Today I'm going to be showing you the E minor pentatonic pattern. It's identical to the A minor pentatonic pattern that you already know. It's just moved to a different location. As a matter of fact, it's moved to two different locations. Now you wonder, how can I move a scale to two different locations that has one shape to it? Well, the good thing about the E minor pentatonic pattern is that it allows you to use open strings. The E minor pentatonic pattern is played starting on the 12th fret. And as you know, the 12th fret of your guitar is the octave. So any open note that you play on your guitar is one octave higher at the 12th fret. So if you're playing a note at the 12th fret, you can also play that on an open string. So with the E minor pentatonic pattern, it allows you to use all of your strings open. Whereas with the A minor pentatonic pattern, you couldn't do that. You were limited. So one of the very cool things about this is that you can do things on your guitar that sound really cool, but they're actually very easy. And the reason for that is because you can use pull-offs and hammer-ons very easy down in the open position here. And it enables you to play some stuff that sounds really cool. For example, now I did all that just using two fingers, okay? I used fingers 2 and 3. You could use 1 and 2 if you wanted to. But as you can see, by using the open strings, it gives you more flexibility to play some things that are really cool. Now, when you play up on the 12th fret, that's the exact same shape that you played with the A minor pentatonic pattern down at the 5th fret. Now, as you know, with your pentatonic patterns, they're movable shapes, okay? Meaning that the shape that you played on the A minor pentatonic can be moved up to the note B. It can be moved up to the note C and D and E and anywhere else on the neck. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. Today we're going to be playing over some jam tracks using this pattern, and I'm going to show you how to use the E minor pentatonic pattern along with its other position using the open strings to give you more flexibility. Okay, so for example, if I were to play a lick up here on the 12th fret, I could play that same lick down here using the open position. And I can do some other cool things down here. I can do hammer-ons using the open string. I can do that same thing back and forth between a couple of strings. I can play things that use open strings and closed strings. I can let a string ring out while I'm playing another note. Lets me do palm muting with my right hand while I do a hammer-on with my left. All kinds of cool things. What's going to be included with this lesson are two jam tracks. One of them gives you kind of a steady rock sounding beat with a guitar track, drums, and bass. And the other track is would be kind of a funk bluesish kind of, more of a funk feel to it. So you'll be able to experiment using these two scales, or two locations I should say. You'll be able to experiment with that using the same fingerings and the same pattern over two different sounding jam tracks, and that will enable you to experiment with it and just have fun with it. Just play around with it, do string bending, hammer-ons, skipping strings, skipping around on the scale, and just have fun with it. And what you're going to find is that you're going to be able to do some cool things with it very quickly. Now, I need to warn you that a lot of guitar players actually get caught in a vicious circle of using this pattern and only this pattern as much as they possibly can. So if they're ever playing anything where they can get away with using just the E minor pentatonic pattern, then they do just that. And I know because I was guilty of that myself for quite a while, until I learned that there's much more variety on the guitar than that particular shape and the open shape. So you don't want to get caught in it, but what it will enable you to do is use that very quickly to create some very cool sounding licks. Also included with this lesson is going to be the tab, showing you in both tab and in a diagram format both of these patterns in their locations. Now, for the open position, basically what you're going to do is you're going to think of the nut as your first finger. So open is going to be the first finger, and then you go up 3 frets to the G, just like you would with a normal pattern, right? And then on the A string, open, and then the 2nd fret, and then the D string, open, and then the 2nd fret, and so on and so forth. I'm putting my finger there just to show you that, just to illustrate that the nut acts as the first finger. Now you can play it with any finger you want. You could do the whole thing with one finger. You could do it with any finger you wanted. You could do it all with your pinky finger. But that's the cool thing about it. It gives you a lot of options that you can do all kinds of different things with it.